Welcome to our little campsite for the long weekend in January. We are in the middle of a cattle farm. There is a quarry over there and it's called Coots Creek Campground. It's a hip camp, a little more expensive than what I expected. I did my research and thought it was $30 a night and just paid. And then when it came on the credit card, I'd misread it and it's $60 a night. So a little bit expensive for a patch of ground. But in their defence, it is all fenced off so the cattle can't get in. There is a toilet up there. Oh, a bucket with a spade in it for non-potable water, and a big fireplace, I guess, if you're here in winter. And obviously we're intruding on somebody. We're in Murrumbateman because what are we going to do for the long weekend, John?
Well, you're going to drink.
This is true. Murrumbateman is actually the area for the cool climate wineries near Canberra, and we wanted to avoid all the traffic and all the busyness, so we decided to come somewhere different and come here. It's about an hour and a half away from Canberra, and there is close to 20 wineries around here. So when you book online, we booked area 2. I think we did campsite 2A, which is this, and friends were due to come, and when they went to book they asked them where they should book and they said 2D. So I think everything starting with 2 for the campgrounds is in this area. Our friends are not able to come, which is a bit sad because doing wine tastings on my own with John staring at me and the wine taster staring at me is not my favourite thing, and I was keen to have somebody come with us, but such is life. We actually broke our door, didn't we, John?
Well, the handle broke.
Yeah, the handle, and it was a plastic handle, and since buying our Caravan, Signature have upgraded the doors substantially, haven't they?
And this one's a metal one, got from somewhere in China. I don't know where, about $29 from China. But
yeah, so we're just replacing the handle on the screen door.
Yeah. Saves buying a whole new door.
It's exactly the same size as the old one, so we don't have to drill or do anything. I wouldn't have minded a new door because the new doors on the Signature Iridiums are security screen doors, and so you can sleep with the main door open and still be secure. But the argument for economy won out. Is that right?
Yep. Here we go.
And that's it. Done. Quick as that. Quick as a flash. You're a handyman.
Not bad for a NASA worker, am I?
Alright, you're pretty good. Got the Weber with us. I have actually made steak tacos. Now they're a little bit different. I pre-marinate the sizzle steak and I've had it in this bag marinating, and it's sort of a little bit Korean flavours. And then I've got the carrots and they're just in some vinegar and sugar water. Usually I would use red wine vinegar and brown sugar and just let them sit, but it just softens them a little bit to have on the tacos. You quite like them that way, don't you?
I totally agree with how you're cooking it. That's how I do it.
Cut them into strips, marinated them for the day. Then we have feta, carrots, cucumber, so it's a healthy meal. Anyway, it's just something different from old normal tacos, and it's easy and we really like it. As I sit here watching the sun go down, or it's gone, not much of a sunset really. If you've come here for a quiet campsite, the locals have other ideas. It has come alive. But honestly, no complaints here. It's just good fun to watch. The little dam over that rise, every time I go near it, all the kangaroos and the cockies and everything all fly off. As soon as you sit still like this, they're all off and they're flying around. And they're very vocal. Well, listen to this. The show has finished. Everybody seems to have settled. And it's substantially quieter, just the odd little fella trying to find out where they're going to sleep for the night. But it's quite lovely and peaceful. There's a late arrival up there somewhere. Calling for his mate, no doubt. I think it will be a peaceful night once they've all settled. Good morning. Well, it was super quiet last night. As soon as the sun went down, all the birds settled down and we were off in slumberland before we knew it. Rather than have breakfast at the van, we decided to jump in the car, drive past the cows and go to the local community markets, which are held fortnightly in Murrumbateman. They might have been small, but they packed a lot for what they were. The fresh veg was beautiful. I bought a new bottle of gin. But more than that, we actually chatted to lots of the locals and had a lovely morning. On recommendation from the locals, we've come up to their bush cemetery and they were really quite proud. They've got a newly painted water tank. And look at it, how cool it is. There's just a tiny little sign saying to Bush Cemetery and Water Tower painting. I'd just love to have a heap of gang galahs like land near the camp to us. They're quite obscure actually. I used to think that the black tail cockatoos were harder to see, but I've seen less of these really. Obviously just not right in the right area, and hopefully it's a sign that I might see them while I'm around here. It was the distillery guy that told us.
It wasn't there last week. Someone's really quick.
Oh.
Obviously a 6-inch brush.
Here we go, winery number 1. We feel a bit awkward, don't we? There's no one else here, or there's no other cars here. But we've got to start somewhere, and it's 11:45, so maybe we are a little bit...
Maybe they just sell vinegar. That's why no one's here.
Maybe. Anyway, we're going to find out. Looks nice. Well, it is very lucky that I'm not driving today because we are tasting some absolutely beautiful wines. And the wines come from all around the region and a few a bit further apart. The eldest vines here are from 73, right?
This January 25 water is pretty good.
Yeah, really nice people and really incredible. And some of the wines have won gold medals in some pretty impressive shows. And we were just reading in the book, and look at this. Look at the notes. I'm so glad that this is our first winery because it's been really easy and we're already learning a lot and we're having a good time. And he's ignoring me again. Well, we have just sat for well over an hour.
Probably an hour and a half.
An hour and a half. We've had a beautiful time in this winery. Like the owners.
Eden Road Wine, Jess.
The wine is good. The company is incredible. And it was just nice and relaxing.
And the wines are reasonably priced too.
Yeah, that's one thing. We bought wines because we could afford to. Perfect for our first winery, and now I think somebody wants lunch at a bakery.
Time for lunch.
Yeah. So I'm just saying we're fairly wined out at the moment. We don't want to do another, or I don't want to do another toasting, but we've pulled into Shore Winery and it's absolutely stunning, and the architecture of this new building. But look where His Majesty needs to park. The Porsche destination charging, and he's parked the car there. I bet he's not going to stay there for long though.
that.
We're feeling pretty wined out, aren't we? Are you wined out?
Well, I'm not, but you must be.
So we've decided to come to Robin Row Chocolate.
Well, it's called Murrumbateman chocolates now.
Oh, Murrumbateman.
And Robin Row, whoever that is, sold out a while back. But yeah, same thing.
So we're going to have a look, maybe a cup of coffee for somebody.
Yeah.
And this will probably be our last stop for the day. We've been going since about 9 o'clock this morning, and it's enough. Well, Murrumbateman chocolate is a lovely setting. We're actually not going to sit and have afternoon tea like we planned, primarily because what's the coffee machine consist of?
Oh, I think a little push button one or something. Yeah.
Yeah, he'd rather go home and make his proper coffee in the van. And while the chocolates look nice, they're $3.30 a chocolate for $4 for a tiny little chocolate. So we've collected some cheeses along the way from some of the wineries. We think we're going to go back to the van. He's going to make coffee and we're going to eat cheese, and I'm going to drink wine. So tonight we are cooking pork ribs. It's on the Weber and all looking nice. I did a dry rub on them, and then I've got like a bit of a marinade to brush on them as we cook them. And it should be nice. We just can't fit the potatoes in. You hungry, Mr. Howell?
Starving. I could eat a low-flying duck. I'm that hungry.
Oh, okay.
How many stormtroopers does it take to change a light bulb?
How many?
None. They're all on the dark side.
When we went to our first big trip for 18 days, I actually kept a notebook of what I cooked, how I prepared it at home, how we cooked it on the road, and what we ate. And I put it into a PDF file. And when that video came out, I said if anybody wanted it, they could just contact me and I'd send it to them via email. And lots of people have. I've still got that on PDF. So if you would like an 18-day menu for a trip and you want it for free, just send me your email. I will respond with the PDF file. If you love what I did, you can maybe give us a super thanks on the channel. But if you think that my little recipe book is worth anything, you can send me $1 or $2. If not, and I never hear from you, then obviously you're not going to use the recipes, and that's all good too. I won't hold it against you. So what are you thinking, Mr. Howell? Is it worth eating?
I cooked them really good, I did.
It's got nothing to do with the pre-rub and the marinade and all of that.
Well, that's probably 10%. 9% cooking, yes.
Good meal.
Damn good.
Well, it's time for lunch and we're here at Four Winds. John really likes this place because they serve...
Alcohol.
No, because they serve wood-fired pizzas.
Wood-fired pizzas.
And he loves the wood-fired pizzas. We had to pre-book. You always have to pre-book. It is busy, busy, busy.
11:45 or 1:30 was the only times I could get.
Yeah, and we did that like a week ago.
A couple of weeks, yeah.
And everything was so yummy that John actually ordered 2 pizzas and we finished them off. They were really nice. Well, another day, another winery. Yes, Mr. Howell?
And a chocolatory, whatever you call them, chocolate place.
Yeah, John's very excited because they do chocolate here. Look, they even have Lego blocks. Oh, how cool's that? Well, what a lovely place that is. Really nice people, and you come out the winner.
Well, you spent hundreds on wine yesterday. I'm going to spend a few dollars on chockies.
What'd you get?
Rocky Road. And, double mint, I think. Passion fruit, lemon meringue, Kakadu plum, something and something else.
Which flavour?
Also double mint. Double mint.
Nice. We give up. We're actually going to leave this campsite a night earlier than we anticipated, so we had paid for tonight. It's a long weekend, but there's a little bit of problem with me and overindulgence, in so that I have a funny heart from a pre-existing medical condition. And last night, after doing the wineries, and I only did the tastings in each winery, and then when we come home we had dinner and I had another glass of wine and we had some caramelized popcorn. When we got into bed and we were watching a DVD, my heartbeat kept spiking to 130 beats resting. And I do have a pre-existing heart condition, and it took a long time for it to settle down, and we were a little worried. This morning it was quite lethargic, but now getting in the car, my heart's starting to do little flips again, and we don't want to go through another night sitting in the van in the middle of a farm wondering if we should pack up and get closer to a hospital. So we're going to pack up and we're going to go home, which is only an hour away, and see if I run a marathon tonight. Is that for anybody that's thinking, oh my God, she should do this and this? It's okay. I have a slight heart condition. I have doctors. I have cardiologists.
She's just an old fart, that's all.
It's a lovely place here. It really is. And I wonder if the price is always $60 a night or if it's solely because it was this long weekend. But if we had a group of friends and we all wanted to do wineries together, then I would definitely come here and use it as a base. It's so quiet. You can play your music. No one else can hear you. I mean, we can vaguely see our neighbours, but really our closest neighbours are the cows. I am amazed we haven't seen any kookaburras. We've only seen briefly one lot of magpies, and there's been some cockatoos, and that's it. It's really strange for me, and I was hoping after we saw the water tank that I would see some gang cockatoos, but it hasn't been the case. Anyway, it's a nice time to get away. It's just a shame that something like this overindulgence isn't for me anymore. We're going to pack up now. We're half packed up because we knew this morning things weren't right. And I will see you on the other side. You don't have anything left to say?
Oh yeah, I got one for Rod, who likes what I do.
Somebody likes what you do.
Yeah.
This is for you, Rod.
I'm such a good navigator that even self-drive cars ask me how to get places.
Okay, it's your fault, Rod. You asked for more. He gave you more. See you on the other side. I don't know that you have to worry about the car being locked up here.
We travel a good 51 k's from home, so I mean, totally lost to where we are.
We have learnt the reason why vineyards have multiple places that they get their grapes from to develop taste, and why different climates matter so much. Once upon a time, I was like, if we come to an area, I only want to drink wine or taste wine that's from that area. But we really learnt the difference in soils and the taste that it can have and the thickness of the grape skin and things like that. It's been a real good education.